Hello and welcome to another episode of Ofacez. I'm your host, Mrs. Mocha, and we're back on the Dirty Girls Corner with
Carrie
and Megan.
Hey guys!
Hello.
Holy shit!
We're all together.
I know.
It's been forever.
It has. We haven't been in the same room in like 2 months.
6 weeks. Splash was the last time all three of us were together.
Yeah.
True story. True story.
It's been
we had one podcast after Splash. A post-Splash podcast.
I don't think we were physically together,
No,
though.
we weren't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were.
No, because
No.
we were all tired.
Oh.
That was the first one where we said, do we want to just do it from our houses?
Mm-hmm.
It runs together for me. I guess.
And then
like all the dicks sometimes.
I didn't want to come over because you had been sick
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely that
She
week.
didn't want your
before,
germs.
before going to Vegas. So,
Yeah. I mean, I understood.
yeah.
That's why I told you I had it. Oh,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm gone.
Giving me the heads up.
oh, okay, I'm back.
Oh,
My headphones are being a little weird today,
okay.
so I couldn't hear myself. It like just completely cut off. It wouldn't be a regular episode if we didn't have fucking technical difficulties.
Yep.
Right. True
What's-
story.
What's beeping?
I don't know.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe that's just me. My ears aren't working. I'm hearing sounds now.
I figured your pussy wouldn't be working after the week you had.
It definitely was broken for a few days.
Yeah.
But I had a little bit of a recovery time, so that was good.
Tell us what you were
Yes.
doing.
So we went to Orlando to do some content.
Miss Mocha's first official long
week.
content weekend.
Week.
Oh, a whole week. God
Week.
damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
I
problem...
wonder, I would be broken, man.
Yeah, the problem was that I'm so new to it. I thought it was like a good idea to just go ham the first day.
Oh, yeah. Well, that doesnesn't sound like you at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So I let Dreads guy fuck me way too long.
Hit it hard or go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work out for everybody else the next day because we had to have like a few sensual scenes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Need
guys.
some
so,
sensual
Like,
stuff.
how many hours a day were you doing this?
so Wednesday we kind of got to chill. Thursday, as soon as I was done with work, we went balls to the wall, literally.
Oh, so you were still like doing your regular job
Yeah.
thing during the day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So as soon as I was done with work, I had to go shower, like get my face on, get ready. Kenzie Fox was there and Damian Fox. I have a big shout out to them because they know what the fuck they're doing. Holy shit.
Yeah, you told me they made it
They
way
had, like,
easier for you.
Professional cameras. He's like telling me move here, go there, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking great. All I gotta do is sit and suck some dick and fuck. It's okay. And shout out to Mr. Mocha also because he definitely was staying up until like 2 or 3 in the morning, setting up, taking down. Like it was legit like a whole production though. I was not expecting that. I'm used to like you put a little
You're
tripod
like,
out.
hey, can you video this for a minute while you're getting me from behind? Cool, thanks. Let's airdrop this to each other.
Exactly. That was not the case. But I mean, it was a good first experience. It was just, for me, it was like nerve wracking. So I haven't really been drinking. I had my one awesome night at Mocha.
Yeah.
And then I did have to drink while we were there because like the first one was, it's fine if you're
kinda
just
nervous.
fucking off camera and it's like for your own
For your own pleasure.
Yeah. But it was so different doing it. Like,
Well, yeah, it's your first time, too.
well, and it
you know?
was like the lights and everybody's there and you got to do this and move over here.
like-
and
it's everyone watching
what
you,
every
but-
porn star has ever said about doing porn.
I've never wanted to not fuck. So like, I've never wanted to not fuck. And I was totally okay, like not fucking when we got home. I was like, I need some of your dick, but I'm so tired. He was
Yeah.
like, I told you. I freaking told you.
Yeah.
But I mean, so the first night it was, there were a few people there. And again, that was the night that I let Dreads guy fuck me way too long. I hope you listen to this because I'm so mad at you about that.
Yeah, because she was just, having a terrible time, I'm sure.
No, I was having a great time. That was the problem.
She's like, keep going, you motherfucker.
You're supposed to go for like 30.
That's all you got.
You only need like maybe an hour of footage, and it was like 2 a.m. And I remember I texted Kenzie and was like, yep, so we're done now. She was like, holy shit. Was not a good choice. Not if you have a whole of like the rest of the week lined up of cocks.
Yeah.
Like, like if it's like a gangbang all in one night, I know that sounds crazy, but if it was a gangbang all in one night, I would probably be okay.
Well, yeah,
because
you like
15 minutes here.
Well, and then you like go hard, but it's just one night, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then you can kind of recover, and you're like, oh, I'm tired, and my pussy hurts, but
that was fucking amazing.
Fun. Yeah. But I guess because it was kind of like spread out, and there were so many people there, and I'll like be 100% honest. I'm still a little self-conscious about my scars, and I have a rash all over my legs from the spider bite in March.
Oh no.
So I had to some of the scenes I was letting people lay across my legs so they wouldn't be in the video. But anyways.
It's real life, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I figure there's somebody out there that'll buy
There was
videos.
one time I went to the beach. It was right after spring break. So spring break, we went to the beach, and I did my sunscreen really good because I'm a white freckly girl and I get sunburn really fast.
Yeah.
And so I'm spraying 50 on my whole body. Well, I guess it was a little windy or something. And I had one patch by my tattoo, a little blob. And then I had a streak line down my calf. And I had a photo shoot thing that next week. And it looks like I have a weird bruise on my leg. He's like, what's going on with that red? Is that a bruise? And I'm like, I got sunburn, but just here.
We need to be more bougie like Carrie and lay out in our backyard naked every day.
Yep.
Sorry, I just told your business.
I have no shame in admitting I worship the sun the way that I worship Big Black Cock. And, I lay out naked every chance I get. I laid out today for the first time in forever. And yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
I've heard Carrie before she lays out in the sun, and then I'll talk to her afterwards, and she's
so much
like
happier.
a different person. It's spiritual for her to be in the sun.
I worship the sun totally.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how I feel when I go outside and get some fresh air. I'm if I can just sit in my hammock for a little bit or sit on my front porch, I'm it clears my head. I feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve and I have figured out that there are two things that truly we like to say soothe my soul. Mm-hmm. One is Big Black Hawk, and the other one is soaking up some vitamin D from the sun. So
both are D.
D and D. Double D's.
Yes. So
double D's.
Yeah. So no, I feel you on the not loving the way your skin's looking. I mean, that's one of the main reasons I do it, because it's uniform. So yeah.
I know. I would like to lay out nude, but my neighbors would probably see me.
I don't even care.
I was about to say, Carrie doesn't give a fuck.
One of them does have a high school boy, though. So
yeah.
The other ones are older, so that'd be fine.
We had
lay on that side, kind of.
Our neighbors just got divorced, and they have 5 children that are young, 10 and younger. So I would always be very conscious of if the children were anywhere outside. But now they're only there 2 weekends out of the month. So
it's my naked time.
And he works from home, and I'm just I don't, whatever.
Oh, he probably doesn't mind. It's okay.
He's a little off.
That doesn't mean he doesn't appreciate nakedness. He probably still appreciates nakedness.
Yeah. I'm not masturbating or anything. I'm just soaking up some sun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not doing anything that I think I would have the cops called on me for.
I mean, and worst case, they just come knock on your door and hey, your neighbors complained that you were outside nude. Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
well,
officer.
Anyone was there.
Hopefully the officer is really hot.
I was about to say that.
I could get dick and suntan at the same time. That would be amazing.
You'd drop your towel. Oh, whoopsie. I'm so slick from the oil I had all over my body while I was naked.
So my skin was not good.
Well, I'm glad that you got to experience that, though. It sounds...
Yeah.
The second day was okay. Oh, it was good. It was actually good.
That was the sensual day, right? Because you were sore.
Not until that was Saturday. So Friday I was good, and then by the time Saturday came, I was like, wow, that was really dumb. Like, what were you thinking? But it is what it is. And then Sunday we had like a big day with Sapphire and Bishop, Kinsey and Damien. I also met a younger guy, Sean Tucker. He was fun. He was fun. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on my Poison Ginger page. The picture of my ass that's really red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was him. He was very enthusiastic. Let's put it that way. Like, he was ready. Like, I had just gotten off work, and he was there, like, kind of waiting around, and he was like
pacing around.
Yeah, and I was like, okay,
are you ready? Are you ready yet?
Yeah.
Was he just like walking around naked with a heart on?
No, he was super respectful, so he was not doing that. But he probably would if I was just said,
oh, you're
take
fine.
your
You
clothes
can
off.
get naked.
Yeah.
That would make me feel far more comfortable if it was like old school trapeze where they're just walking around and with towels and their dicks are hanging out and they're stroking their cocks. Like, that would totally get me in the mood.
A party like that for Carrie.
That would totally get me.
When's your birthday again?
I have a really big birthday coming up next June. So maybe that's...
So we have to plan something extra special.
I want it to
we should
feel
just
like
have a glory hole towel party.
old school trapeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
The trapeze in the good old days.
Yeah. I don't care.
The good
what
old
you call
trapeze.
We could put a little blow-up pool in the backyard for you.
I never got to go to that trapeze.
It was so like what she's talking about is like old school trapeze was like there was a tiki bar, there were pools, there was this like a whole just group room of play.
We didn't go there when they had the tiki bar. That was right before us.
Diamond Club.
Yeah, we started when Diamond Club first opened, but
they still had hot tubs now.
Our first experience there was a Friday night, and that Friday night is single gentlemen, and it was just nothing but gorgeous men everywhere with towels wrapped around their waist out in the main area. I'm not talking Gen Pop. I'm talking like the dance floor, buffet area. And they're just there with their dicks hanging out, and they're just stroking their cocks, and it's like falling out of the towel, and like you could just you could walk up to anyone and just look at them, and go fuck, and it was amazing. And I don't know, something changed. I feel like you don't see single gentlemen just lining the walls with their dicks hanging out anymore.
I don't want to throw trapeze under the bus, but because we've always like supported them like on the podcast and other things, it is a good place to go, but they started charging way more for single guys.
So
that was
disappointing. It's so disappointing because there's so many. Oh my God, there's so many good single men in Atlanta.
I know.
Come on, let them into lifestyle. Stop
want them
frowning on them. Like, you guys are missing a great opportunity.
I know. Well, and I want some more in there. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Let's blow up this podcast, ladies, and we'll start our own trapeze in Atlanta. We'll call it BBCs.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one thing that Splash Mocha definitely kind of drills home for me is how many great single men there are in lifestyle. And I love that they're celebrated there. So
I'm not gonna lie, guys, every time we talk about Splash Mocha, I think of all the guys I didn't get to fuck.
Dude, you can't think that way.
Next one is for.
Yeah.
I literally have like 4 that I'm like
first
so
time.
sad.
Okay, 4.
They were
That's
gonna
the
be
first
in
night
the
of the next
orgy.
one.
I would, if I knew we weren't having an orgy, I would have fucked them all day.
I know. I
should've.
feel responsible too because I didn't show up Saturday night. And
It's okay.
And then I had to leave.
yeah,
It just took a turn.
Redo.
The day took a turn.
But I told you, even my first, my first Mocha
I gotta
was
get
good.
Steve to Houston. I really am kind of like focusing in on Houston.
That's where the big things slang.
Well, damn.
I'm just saying.
Yeehaw.
Isn't it everything's bigger in Texas? Yeah, there was definitely some.
Look, legit, Friday Night Lights is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. I can do me some Texas. You know, I'm good.
I mean, like,
I'm good. Houston sounds fun, so.
I'm going to tell everybody a little secret while we're on here.
Ooh. Tell us, Miss
I
Mocha.
like a little bit of like, I don't know how to say it because I don't want to be
Country?
like a little country hood. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're still
you
respectful,
gotta meet my
but you
new
got
regular. You would love him. That's totally him.
Like I still like that, and there's some
Yeah.
of that in Texas, and I see it, and I'm like, oh. Like a Carrie, like, oh yeah.
It brings together your two halves.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Mr. Mocha because I like the northern thing too. But
Yeah.
every once in a while, I got to mix it up because I am from the country. So sometimes there's even like some white guys that the reason they turn me on is because of like where I came from before. Like there's, I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is like say certain words to me. I'm not going to tell anybody the words.
A voice can do a lot
Yeah.
of things to me.
They remind
Exactly.
me of my cousins. And I think that's kind of sexy.
I love you, Carrie.
She's stroking her legs while she's doing that.
Oh, God. I love you.
Look, I got a cousin fetish. I'm not going to lie. I grew up around all boys. I had 4 male cousins next door. I'm not going to lie. I had I had cousin crushes.
I totally did.
I had cousin crushes.
I feel like when you're little, lots of people do. Right? Because you hang out with them all the time. There's sometimes your first... Okay, well, I mean, I do remember. I think I asked my cousin at one time when we were like, we were maybe like in middle school. I think I said something like, "If I wasn't your," I was trying to find out if he thought I was cute.
Oh, I totally did that.
And I think I was like,
yeah.
"If I wasn't your cousin, do you think you would like me? You know, if I wasn't related to you, would you ever want me to be like your girlfriend or something stupid like?"
Dead. See, like
I think I've told the story that I did make out with a cousin.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was a cousin at the time.
Then you just found out later.
Everyone that knows we're from like the South is just
you
like
guys,
rolling their eyes at us right
we
now.
had the same last name. And he looked a lot like that side of the family. So I should have probably figured something out. But it wasn't until our moms talked and then they realized that like so-and-so's grandfather was so-and-so's grandfather's brother or something. And I was like, oh, we are related. Okay.
Well, shit.
Well,
But
damn.
I'm not going to lie. I still follow him on Instagram and I crush on him hard.
I'm not judging you. We all have our thing, man. We all have our thing. I can't judge anybody.
Yeah, I don't care.
I like a little bit of everything. I can't say I've liked any of my cousins because, no. I've always liked the dark skin.
I don't even
men.
have that many cousins.
I'm
so
freaky.
There wasn't that many to choose from.
That's my little freaky thing. I like the cousin fetish.
I never fucked any. I didn't even I fucked one white guy when I was younger, and everybody can take this how they want it, but he stood me up on Valentine's Day, so it wasn't. I just didn't. After I was already kind of into black guys or darker skinned men, Hispanic guys, whatever. Before that, so like after that, it was just kind of for me at the moment, kind of confirmed.
Yeah, white guys stink.
It kind of confirmed for me.
Another
I was
one.
young, I didn't know, and then we got into lifestyle with Mr. Mocha, and that was the first time since I was like younger. I'm not going to say what age. Since I was younger, that I had fucked a white guy, and I realized that I just had
a bad experience.
a bad experience, and I like more of like a rugged
our
look
husbands
white
have
guy.
more than made up for.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Exactly. And I like more of a. If I fuck a white guy, I do have a type, just like I have a type of black dude. It's more like rugged usually,
Like beard or scruffy or manly kind of.
just like the way you talk, kind of rugged. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but I beard, yes, but then like the things I like
They just look like a
ear
manly
porn.
man that's gonna like handle they can handle business.
Yeah, and you know, like when dudes like look at you like steak.
Yeah, I like that.
That like makes it like even more exciting.
Or you catch them like just staring at you and like going up and down, like they just.
I like it when you can tell what they're thinking.
Yeah,
They're looking at you and they're thinking, "Oh, I could tear that pussy up."
yeah.
Or like,
love
I
that
can't
look.
wait to get you naked. Like if they gotta wait.
I
for a
agreed to
minute.
go on a first date with Steve because of that look. Steve gave me that look, and a week later we were on our first date. I was like, oh damn, that look meant something.
He wants this pussy.
I don't know what it meant, but I need to find out what that look meant.
I sometimes look at Tommy like that from across the couch, like when the kids are all up, and I'm just like looking him up and down. He's like, "What?" And I'm like, I just kind of do my eyebrows, and he's like, looks at me like, "Babe, the kids are awake."
Who cares?
I know. No, we got to behave usually when the kids are home. Every once in a while, we'll sneak up somewhere.
We always would take showers together. We'd just be like, Mom and Dad are going to shower.
I mean, here's the thing. I think
Close the
that's
door.
healthy because even my brother and his wife do that. And their kids just know.
Yeah.
I really think that's like...
Oh, that they shower together?
Yeah, but I
my
think
kids
that's...
don't think anything
We
of that.
shouldn't hide freaking taking a shower from our kids. Like, that's... You're showing them how to love each other or how to spend time with each other. I don't think that's a big deal. And sex is a thing.
Yeah.
They don't have to necessarily know you're fucking, but, you know...
Well, just keep it kind of quiet.
I'm so glad I don't have to have those conversations anymore. My two are grown, and
Yeah.
I haven't had to have that conversation in a bit. So
It's
I
not
don't.
like
I don't envy you, Megan.
As soon as the tip's in, they're knocking on the door.
Oh,
I
geez.
need something.
Well, me and Tommy used to have a routine back when we went to church on Sundays. We'd go to church, and he was the worst. I think he just likes when he knows he's not supposed to. It's almost like kind of naughty. So we'd be sitting there like in the middle of church, and he'll like reach around and kind of touch my boob just a little bit, or like rub up against, like bring my skirt up a little, and I'm like slap his hand. I'm like, stop it. And he's like, look, gives me that look like we're just waiting until church is over. And I swear we'd walk in the house, we'd go change out of our church clothes. And we'd be up there fucking real quick.
I love it.
And our kids would all be like downstairs watching TV.
You guys are naughty.
Literally, that's...
You were talking about religion on the podcast you were recently on.
That's the devil.
Yeah.
The devil was getting you.
Well, I don't think I ever realized how. I knew that you came from a religious family, but I didn't realize that Tommy did as well.
We were both the same religion.
Oh,
yeah. And we like our
wow.
parents all know each other.
Tommy,
and we like went
I
to
just
church
don't even
dances
I don't
together.
Even see that in Tommy. That's how good of a job he's done to cleanse that shit out. Like, amen, amen.
Yeah, no, that question caught me off guard. So I was on the Bulls and Queens podcast. It came out Tuesday or Wednesday. It was either like yesterday or the day before.
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you told us about it. So I think it was yesterday.
But yeah, so he asked me like, how would that change like us growing up religious? Now that we're in the lifestyle, how would that change? And I was like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this question. I'm like, let me think. Because like we rarely go anymore. And if we went for Easter because my dad was like speaking, and he's like, I'd love for my grandchildren to hear my thoughts about God. I'm like, okay, gosh.
Oh, damn.
Let me go buy a dress.
Oh, for real. I'm like one that doesn't show my ass, pussy, or tits.
Did you go to Kohl's?
So the inside joke there, we're talking before the podcast, and Carrie said the same thing that I've said several times, which is my clothes consist of like homeless housewife, or hers isn't homeless housewife, but mine is more like homeless housewife
workout
to whore
yoga pants.
Whore clothes.
Yeah, yoga pants or whore clothes.
Yeah,
And I don't have professional clothing anymore because I work from home, and so I had to go to Kohl's to buy professional clothing.
Yes.
So that to me was torturous. Yeah, but go on about being on the podcast.
Oh, well, it was just a cool experience because I've never done one with Tommy. Tommy was on with you guys with Mr. Mocha, but we'd never done one together, so that was kind of cool.
You guys did a great job.
Thanks.
I really enjoyed listening to it, and I feel like I know you guys. It's like I thought I knew all of your stories, and I knew little bits and pieces, but hearing the version that you guys all the questions that he asked and
Just
gave
little
that,
details,
that insight into your journey
You
into
just got
lifestyle.
to know me a little bit better.
Yes.
We're closer now.
Yes. I tell Steve all the time, it's a really good thing you live as far away from us as you do, because if you guys didn't, we would be so crawled up your asses. We would be like,
We should all start a little subdivision.
Supposedly
We need a
Steve
little
has a really
commune.
cute little asshole, so I mean, it's fine. Come on, Steve.
he does.
Yeah.
He does. It's beautiful.
Oh, I actually forgot to mention some people because there were a lot of people.
yes.
Yeah. Throw
I don't
some
want
names
I
out.
don't want anyone to be missed, but we did. I think her name is @Princess Medic, and what's his name on Twitter? Remy, I think is his name on there. Like, I did content with them. They were freaking amazing. He was one of the guys that I said that like to go gentle, and he's a very fat dick. Okay. He was fun, and he
That's
was
always a good thing.
super awesome, like just very like respectful and like, okay, let's do that. Like, he was very like helpful too, as far as like everybody
guiding
was
you.
Yeah, everybody was so good, like a tap or a nudge or a snap or whatever the hell it was, something. Everybody was always saying like something.
Did you have to be like mindful of like where things were placed and positioned and how the light was hitting you?
My first video is probably pretty fucked up because I did not do that. But
Like you
learning.
have to be mindful of like if your hair is covering your face, or
yeah.
if you have a double chin, or
And
at least
honestly,
that's what I would seriously be like.
You're like, hold on, I need editing.
dude,
We need editing over here. I need you to cut this little spot out.
I need some
have a double chin.
contouring along my neckline.
yeah. And I literally like critique after you see yourself in video. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person.
Oh yeah, it's
But
different.
after you see yourself on a video, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Either two things. I really need to go to the fucking gym, or I really need to work on my angles.
Oh,
because
man.
at one point in time, I know I look like a pregnant bitch, because no offense to pregnant chicks, that it happens
Yeah,
to
we've
all
all
of us.
been there.
But I was like turned in like certain positions, and my fat rolls were like a certain way, and I was like, oh my god, thank God people like my personalities.
Well, that's the only time, honestly, that's the only time my mom's stomach bothers me, is when I'm like getting it from behind and I'm on video and I'm like, oh man, I can see my stomach.
Yeah, stomach's like sagging and moving.
Yeah, because it kind of hangs. Like, I don't want to get a tummy tuck. I feel like it's not that to that extent.
Mine looks like our dog Gigi after she gave birth. And she had those big saggy milk titties, and that's like my stomach, like the stomach hanging down.
Oh my god.
Whatever. Oh my god.
It looks like chicken fat.
Oh my god. Hold on, we got a
Don't you guys want to bang us?
request here.
We sound so
with our
sexy.
pregnant fat rolls and hanging mom stomachs and what you
Right.
call pregnant dog chicken fat stomach.
Oh my god. Okay, so Jay just jumped on. Hey Jay. Are you there?
Hey, how are you ladies doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I was wondering, like, what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to y'all at a lifestyle club?
How long do you want to be here?
I've got to think on that one.
Mine's still the armpit thing.
Oh,
Yeah, like I think I've actually told mine before.
that was on a Mr. Mocha episode
Yeah.
with Mocha and Lupe.
Oh yeah, so mine would be definitely so we went to our friend's like birthday party, and we ended up back at like a hotel, and Mr. Mocha and I were in the room it was like a suite, so there were several different rooms. It started out like super awesome. Like Mr. Mocha literally at that party stood on the toilet, and me and another girl sucked his dick in the bathroom. So, kind of vanilla, but we were like super new.
I love it when
But
you
we were-
carry shit over into areas you're not supposed to be carrying shit over in.
So we're looking
amazing.
in the mirror, like both sucking his dick. Like, it was super awesome. So then we go out and we're like starting to play with everybody else. And I realized that everyone is in my armpit. And I was like, everybody kept like lifting up my arm. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe my arm's in the way, because I'm very much like Megan, like I'm a pleaser. Like, I want to make sure I'm like at the right angle or
Yeah, like,
whatever.
oh, they can't
And they kept
move
looking
right.
at my arm. And I was like, I know I've been dancing for like 3 hours. I really don't want like my armpit in your face. But two of the dudes were very persistent. They weren't rude, just persistent. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then next thing you know, he's making out with my armpit. And I was like, okay, like I put my arm down because I was like, maybe he's just really drunk or high. I don't know. Like what's happening?
This is my face.
Yes. Yeah. So I was like, maybe he's just drunk or high. Like who knows? You know, it's a lifestyle party. Things happen. So then Mr. Mocha and I leave the party. We get in the car and I look at him and I was like, Daddy, so like two guys tried to lick my armpit. He was like, what the fuck? The same thing happened to me. I'm in the bedroom and there's two different chicks trying to lick his armpits.
But
and I was
were
like,
they couples?
yes.
So they all had like armpit fetishes, basically.
Here's the thing. To each their own, as we always say, but like just pre-warn me about stuff like that. Like, you know, just,
yeah, that's just not a normal thing to go to.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
I'm trying to think.
I think.
Damn, sorry, my bad.
No,
Go ahead.
Nah, I'm single and I'm in my 20s, and I went to one for the first time a few years ago. I stumbled on this pizza parlor in Huntington Beach, and they were having a party in there. And this chick outside was like, "Yo, he's gotta go in." We struck up a conversation. She liked me. We go in, and so I buy her a drink, and we're vibing, and I go to the bathroom. I come back. And she squared up on a man, like about ready to fight this dude because apparently she like was insulting his girl. So now I got to go in and break it up. And it's like I've broke up 3 fights at these lives. That's why I don't go.
Oh no,
We're making faces right now.
I've never. I think I've only seen one person get in a fight, and it was a husband and wife, and they were just arguing, and then they made them leave.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you in?
I was in Huntington Beach at the time, but I'm in Texas now.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think we've had. There's been a few occasions that Mr. Mocha's wanted to fight, but we've never actually seen.
We have seen some people. Like security has taken them out of trapeze a couple of times, but we've never actually seen any fights or anything go down. No, my craziest moment is it's sex related. It's definitely not
fight related.
Fight related. Yeah.
We did see someone actually. One of the last times we were at trapeze, a couple. We were outside smoking, vaping. Whatever. Yeah. And a couple walked out and you could tell they were heated. They obviously had an argument and they were not happy. We've all been there, but you try to keep it to yourself, right? And so they were waiting for valet. The truck pulls up. The guy gets in. He took his wife or his girlfriend's purse, threw it out the window, and sped off.
Oh my gosh,
That's awesome.
That was a little crazy. I do remember that. But my craziest experience probably was we were there on a Friday night. I was there trolling for single black dudes.
Yeah.
And the one that I ended up in the room with had some performance issues, and I was still hungry. I wanted more, right? But it was kind of late, and a lot of people had dispersed. And so I just happened upon this couple, which I'm normally not into, but
he fit the build for what you needed, maybe.
not even that. They just look like it might be fun. I was like, whatever, I'll give it a try. Ooh. They were a larger couple. I wasn't aware of that until the clothes came off. And she rode my face, and I don't eat pussy. So,
So you were like,
Larger,
she was like a big, beautiful woman. Like she was BBW.
Yeah.
And
so you were swimming a little bit.
yeah. And
you don't even want to be in the water.
And as she was riding my face, she was telling her husband to pound my pussy harder, and she was like, "Yeah, Daddy, pound that pussy." And yeah, so it was a lot, and
Her face.
and I don't like to be face fucked, and my husband, who has photos and videos of this night.
Jeez. Steve,
He knew. He was so surprised when I showed up with this couple. He knew what I was doing, so he was like, "Oh yeah, face fucker." And so I was nearly gagging on this man's cock, and it was It was interesting. It was interesting for sure.
So she hasn't been with a couple since.
That's the last time I tasted pussy, for sure. That sealed the deal for me. I was like, I'm done.
Ladies, this is why you can't force yourself on people because you will ruin it for the ones who maybe could have experienced
I should put those
bit.
photos out on Twitter. Steve was showing those to me the other day.
I want to
Showed them
see
to
it.
us.
He showed them to everyone. He
wanna
loves
see
the
them.
embarrassing stuff.
Oh, man,
it
I wanna
kills me.
see.
He's like, look at her face. She's about to throw up because he was face fucking her. That's hilarious. Yeah, so that was my craziest
I can't
experience.
think of one. I feel like I'm probably people's crazy experience. Like
could
think
I'm
so.
like climbing on stuff. Like I don't feel like anything happens that's like great. I feel like I'm
Your
always in the
husband's
middle of
listening.
it.
Does he have any input?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, I have some that weren't so great, but they weren't crazy. It was just like,
Is
didn't
Trapeze
go
the
that
only
well.
sex club you've been to? Have you ever been to the Loft?
no, I've never been to the Loft.
We need to do a couples night to the Loft.
Yeah.
That would
Just
be fun.
check it out.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's fun. I like the Loft. I'm not bougie.
I mean, I've never had like, a micro penis pulled out or, like I've never had anything super crazy. Like,
I think another weird one. It wasn't weird. It was like more surprising, and I was super turned on by it. But like, this guy was fucking me, and it was like a couple that we played. One couple that we played with without condoms, and he cream pied me, and I just didn't expect it. Like I said, I liked it. It turned me on, but I didn't expect it from him, and he sucked the cum out of me, and I was like, whoa.
oh, okay, yeah.
I go upstairs on like cloud 29 to Mr. Mocha, and I'm like, oh, wait till I tell you this story. He was so like, okay, here we go. But I couldn't say that was a weird experience. It was just,
See, yeah, like
I need to
me,
know
it
who
was-
this was because I am curious as fuck.
but it just surprised me. He was a very like, just somebody you
I
would
have
have
no
never.
problem with it. It's just I'm always surprised by someone's willingness to just like.
It just happened though. Like
Go with it.
we'd never like talked about anything like
Yeah,
that
that's
before.
what I'm saying. Like
so
that's
she's surprised he would do that.
yeah.
So like when he did it, I was like,
All right.
well, shit. And then we kept going, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
super interested in like y'all how do y'all scope out single dudes? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I have a type that likes me, and I'm trying to figure out like what it's like to be on the other side of that table. You know what I mean?
Do you want to start?
how do you
wants to start?
how do you scope find your men? If you were in a bar, how would you select one?
I don't play with vanillas. Number
Yeah.
one. I have rules. So number
Vanilla
one.
does not mean white people. Anyone out there listening, that
Non-lifestyle.
means non-lifestyle. Okay,
Yes,
let's all
yeah.
clarify that.
I've had too many experiences with
She doesn't like to try out newbies.
Yeah, I think that men who have lifestyle experience, there are rules and lifestyle, unwritten rules that we all start to figure out very quickly. If you're navigating lifestyle the right way, you figure those rules out very quickly, or you're kind of like shunned. And if you know those rules, then I know that any boundaries aren't ever going to be crossed in the bedroom. And that's like important to me. And I'm not saying that vanilla dudes have ever crossed boundaries with me. They haven't. I'm just saying that
It's easier.
they don't understand. It's like I feel like I have to explain everything.
You don't want to have to teach them.
Right.
Yeah, but
You don't want to be their teacher.
and if you're a dude with lifestyle experience, I mean, we've talked about this before. I look on SDC. That's kind of my go-to. If I do meet dudes out at events, I'm more than happy to give my number for us to text if I feel like there's chemistry.
Like like lifestyle events. You mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. I pick up on a vibe, and for me, that's how I choose single dudes. If dudes reach out to us on SDC, or if guys reach out to me on Twitter, like I'll kind of go with it. And again, if I sense that there's a good vibe, then I might be interested in meeting. But I'm big on intelligence, being honest, and your proportions.
So you got a big old dick. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
dudes be capping on those proportions, man.
I'm aware because Mr. Mocha used to be like he still is. He like vets the single guys he says, hey, do you like this guy? And then I'll say, yeah. And he'll talk to the guy first before he doesn't like, I can't say lets me talk to the guy. He just
passes him over.
Yeah. Like says, hey, here you go. Like he sounds pretty cool. Talk to him. And there's been a few times that, not all the time, but there's been a few times that I've looked at him and said like, so daddy, yeah, that's not a big dick. And he was like, oh yeah, that's a good size. No, that's not a big dick. And then of course the dick gets here and I'm like, okay, I'll do this one time.
I think Mrs. Mocha and I both would agree we're size queens. So I don't have a problem with playing with smaller cocks. It's just don't tell me that you have a big cock when in my mind a big cock is 9+. So that's kind of
and girthy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like girth. So and I mean I'm going to be honest, like the dick is a big selling point. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why we're all here, right? So we want to enjoy each other sexually, and I just know what I enjoy.
What you like,
so, yeah.
If you have like a big dick and you speak fluent sarcasm, like that's always a plus for me. Because there are so many people that Mr. Mocha's like, hey, he didn't get that like sarcasm. He probably thought you're a bitch. And I'm
You
like,
gotta have super sense of humor and be kind of like,
I didn't know that.
A little bit of smart
because
ass.
in my mind, I think I'm hilarious. And I'm usually always,
hilarious.
You are hilarious.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
usually always joking, but not everyone gets my sarcasm. So I think I've run a few men off doing that. Not intentionally though, just that I think because it comes off as more intimidating instead of confident. So I don't know. I can't really say how I pick guys because Mr. Mocha does a good bulk of that. Or I like to like talk to you and hang out with you, but I also
sometimes want you to hurry up.
Like we just want to fuck.
fucking-
Yeah, like if we're at like Mocha, we got 20 minutes. Yeah, let's go. Like you see a person, they look good, they were nice enough. Yeah, sure, let's go. So I guess for me, it just all depends on who, what, when, where.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What about you, Megan?
Well, I think I'm the sometimes the different one out of you two. Whereas
you're not a size queen.
I'm not a size queen. And I like a lot of different things. So for me, and I definitely play with newbies. So
You break them
every time I go to a club,
pegging
if I
people.
go,
I mean, jeez. This slut.
Yeah.
like every time I go to a regular bar or club, I end up with a security guard's
I
phone
love
number.
it.
Or like, remember I told you I almost got kicked out of that one because I was like patting him down. I like was helping the security, like, oh, you need me to pat this one down for you? I got it. I think he's carrying something big in here, guys. Like, I almost get kicked out. See, I told you, I'm the wild story. That's why I don't have any. Because I'm the one that like shoves your head in my tits and motorboats you, and I haven't even met your name. My name.
And you don't know their names.
Like,
I be meeting chicks like that all the time. I'm not even gonna lie.
so yeah, I probably make friends with them at the club.
She's definitely like the life of the party.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, and because she's so like free spirited, like she doesn't have just like one type of person.
Yeah,
not to
I like
answer
it.
your question, but she's very versatile.
Well, to me, like, if you're kind of a smart aleck, like, I like sense of humor. If you're kind of funny, if you're nice, like, at that point, you're fun. I don't care what you're, like, I'm good.
Whenever I used to do Craigslist ads back in the day to find
Me
single
too.
dudes
Before
to fuck,
SDC,
yeah, I would always say, think Scott Disick. And if you don't know who Scott Disick is, Google Scott Disick, but it's one of the Kardashian exes. And he's just, he walks the line between cocky and confident so well. He oozes sexuality. So that's kind of like a guy that can do that. And I think all three of us agree. Like,
I do
you're
like
kind of
that
a smart
kind of
ass, but you're also a sweetheart.
Tommy
like,
is that, and
yeah.
Steve is that way.
Yeah, because they're sweet, but they are smart Alex, and they like have an inappropriate sense of humor and like kind of catch you off guard with it.
Yeah, and you're like, well, where the fuck did that come from?
Right.
Like, and you can tease them and mess with them and stuff. So I don't know. For me, like, I just look people, and if you start like, it could be someone that kind of started dancing with me. It could be that they're looking at me like steak while I'm dancing, and I'm like,
that's my new favorite phrase.
Looking at you like steak.
Yeah, look
I
at
know,
me like I'm steak.
If I look over and a man's looking me up and down like that, and
I'm medium rare.
Yeah, and he's good looking, I'm like, oh, okay, we gonna fuck tonight? I tried to take a security guard out to Tommy's truck one time, and he's
That's
like, babe,
not
I'm not
surprising.
letting you do that. And I'm like, why?
Come on,
just
Tommy.
real quick.
Come on.
Can't I just real
I
quick?
need to move where you at. Out here like that. Damn.
We were in Miami one year, and there was hold on, my phone just did something weird. Spaces. Okay. Don't mess up Spaces today. So we were in a club in Miami, and these people well, first of all, no one told me that it wasn't a lifestyle club, because we were with other lifestyle couples. Don't do that to me. You always have to tell me.
Oh, I need to know.
Yeah.
Can I whip a guy's dick out and
Can I pull my pussy out? Can I
Like-
pull my titties out? Like, I'm going to get naked.
I mean, I
No
already
one
have
told
to
me.
try not to do that, but if I thought it was lifestyle, I'd definitely be like sucking a dick in the middle
Exactly.
of the freaking bar.
No one told me that it wasn't a lifestyle club.
Oh no, that's
So
a bad
I get
move.
up on the table the VIP table we had, and I'm of course drinking and pulling my ass and my pussy out.
Oh my God.
And they come flying over to our table like, no, it's not that type of club. The rest of the night, Mr. Mocha,
It's like
You
monitoring you.
couldn't tell a difference? And the way people were dressed? I mean,
I was too
it
drunk.
is Miami.
You were
It
like,
is
yes,
Miami.
we're letting loose.
Everyone's sexy in
The
Miami.
vibe was
Yeah.
great. So I didn't care. We were on vacation.
Yeah, you were ready to
Mr.
let
Mocha
loose.
was getting treated like the Prince of Zamunda at this event because so many people, I'm not kidding, because I was getting naked, then people realized that we were together. So these guys are like pulling him over to their table like, oh yeah, so can I take her out to the car? That's what reminded me of the story.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Mocha is telling me to go to the car, and I'm not drunk enough for that. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing it. He was like, yeah, that'll be hot, because you know he's a fucking perv. He's like,
Well, I think we had like 10 minutes before we were going to go, and I'm like, just real quick. And he's like, babe, no, we're about to leave. Like, you can wait. Have him come over.
oh my god,
Give him your number. Calm down.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
You just love the naughty factor.
I just like to catch people off guard, I think.
Something smoky.
No, it's just from the
I
heat of the
baked.
light.
Oh god.
Sorry, we thought something was on fire down here.
Blow smoke out of my
No,
mouth
but
30
can you
seconds
pass
ago.
it over here?
Carrie's trying to kill us.
Thanks, babe.
So we have some lights in our little studio down here.
I thought it was
and
from the heat.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Carrie just vaped her
it's a
little
weed
pen, and it
cloud.
literally
Calm
was a
down.
cloud. I was like, oh my God, something's on fire. We're done, guys. So, anyways, yeah, Megan's pretty wild.
So I like.
I'm tamer than I used
I have
to be.
no. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. So I don't know. Like I look at. I mean, there's so many varieties of what I would like. If you're,
Megan has admitted that she likes everything.
I
So she has no real way of choosing single men. What do you think it is that these women are honing in on? That
yeah. And what type is always going for you? I'm curious.
I think I've had 3 cops that are in the lifestyle hit on me in vanilla bars this past month. So I'm like, damn, am I like rigid? Like, I don't know why I keep getting all these
Or
cops.
maybe you look kind of naughty.
like
They want.
female cops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Hell
want to
yeah.
put some cuffs on you.
We don't know. We always have to clarify on this episode.
Did you take any of them home?
Blonde hair. Huh?
Did you take any of them home?
One I didn't know. She didn't say she was lifestyle to the last moment. This is a crazy story. I was at a bar, and this chick was like rolled up on me, and then she started like, I'm super sensitive to body language, and so she's like pressed her head into my forehead and was pressing into me like a dude, and I was like, yo, this chick is hot, but why is she acting like a man? And so I was like, what's your job? And she was like, I'm a cop. And I was like, what? And then she was like, yeah, she's like, I'm married to a white guy, but I'm in the lifestyle, and like, I like black guys and blah, 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 blah. And then her husband had pulled her away, and so nothing happened. But we had been flirting all night, and she started getting really aggressive. And I was like, yo, like, I'm not going to fight this chick in this club. This is kind of rowdy. I'm not
so are they, I'm wondering if they're all kind of dominant.
Yeah, maybe.
But I was wondering, because some women who are dominant in real life are more sub in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Or I was wondering if they're lying, if they're just saying they're a cop because they think it's really hot.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, I smashed one cop one time. My first time in the lifestyle, it was a cop, and
so they give off like you can tell like
their vibe.
They're legit.
Yeah, well, I ended up going to her crib, so I saw the plaques and everything.
Yeah,
so I knew it was real, and she like fit what you described. But she's like was used to being like the boss in that world, so like in the bedroom she was more submissive. So
I gotcha.
I mean that made sense, but I'm like, I don't know. It's like all these chicks are like 5'8", blonde, blue eyes, and they're like most of them are either like law enforcement or somewhere like law enforcement adjacent.
So some dominant blondies.
I mean, maybe that's your type and you don't know it.
Oh, that's very insightful.
No, I think Megan's my type.
Jeez.
Well, she's not blonde hair.
Yep. Or blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
And I'm not 5'8".
I said my type. I didn't say the type. Okay?
Maybe it's like something that you say or your mannerisms or something like that attracts
They're just
you.
picking up.
Well,
Yeah. Or maybe they just like really young dudes. How old are you? If you don't mind saying.
I never like saying because chicks always roast me.
Okay, I'm not going to roast you, but you said your 20s, so that's good. Yeah.
Were they older or this kind of young too?
The chicks?
Yeah.
They're always like 41. I mean, they could be lying.
They
looking for somebody that's gonna handle shit in the bedroom.
And I mean, younger guys, if they know how to fuck,
you're throwing something out there that they're picking up on.
Yeah.
They always, as an older woman, I know that you guys have stamina. So it's not, a lot of times that's like
and sometimes
what you're looking for.
They'll be throwing all kinds of moves and twisting you all different ways. And they it's almost like, I'm going to prove something to you. I feel like some of them will work real damn hard.
I'm fucking the wrong 20-year-olds then.
Because
I've had disappointing experiences, and now I feel bad because he said that women always roast him for his age, and I feel like I'm one of those women. Maybe I need to start giving some more of these 20-somethings a chance.
But if you have... Go ahead.
But I grew up around all older dudes, though. I was hanging around dudes that were 35 when I was 12 years old. So
yeah,
I didn't have any friends my age. So normally I always hang with people that are aged up anyway.
And I think that makes a difference. But I think that I was in the same boat as Carrie for a while. Like, I didn't care about the upper age, but the lower age, only because I had a few experiences with let's just be honest, with younger guys not being very hygienic. And I'm like, a few of the younger guys they were a fun fuck, but
that was problem number one.
If you're musty from the 3-day-old gym, dude, like, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Like, I shower like right before they get here.
Shave, lotion. We do a process.
Yeah.
You can take 30 minutes. Dude.
Right. And then if if we like talk for a really long time, I'll even like rinse off or make sure I like use a wipe or something. And
same.
So with younger guys, and I'm not saying all, because there are a few younger guys that I was good with, but that is kind of the stigma that's been with me for younger guys, is the cleanliness. Because I mean, they've come over and laid down the dick for sure, but if it's musty dick and my pussy's dry, then we're just not. I'm like, I'm sorry. That was a lot.
No, they need to do it.
Yeah. So if
we got to hear about how they don't want to go down on us because there might be a smell, they can hear about their musty balls that been at the gym for 4 days.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that whole situation, but I also some of the 20-somethings didn't last very long. Like
They weren't ready for Carrie.
They didn't jack off before they came.
weren't ready.
But Carrie, you clamped down.
Within 10
20s,
minutes.
They weren't ready.
I mean, some dudes in their 20s though, like can't, like they're used to just like jacking off to porn, so they can't like keep it in real life. Like I've heard a lot of, like I have all like female cousins and sisters and shit. Like I've heard a lot of crazy stories. So I think that might be part of it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, like it just seems to me like if you really, it sounds weird, but like if you really want to do well, like normally like shit works out. Like if you're trying to impress a chick, like you not gonna fail because that's just gonna make you look whack. And then you're gonna be in the group chat. I'm always thinking like, yo, I'm trying to be the king of the group chat by the end of this session. You know what I mean? Like she needs to be talking about me to all her girlfriends in a positive light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, I think like between us, we like do say stuff, but I think we're even respectful about, we don't, between the three of us, yes, we talk about things, but
It's very rare that one of us will say, "Oh,
You
don't
gotta
do that." Yeah. Even like if other people have asked me, I'm like, just try that yourself because you may like that. It just wasn't something.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't
be
even say it
different
wasn't something
chemistry.
I didn't like. I would just say
Sometimes it's just chemistry, or
Yeah.
like maybe you like to talk a lot of shit and the guy you were with didn't, and
Right.
so it was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Like, but somebody else might be fine with that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
So
they
yeah,
might
we're
like
pretty
the
we
sensual,
try to
loving, making out, whatever. you
Yeah,
know?
we don't really talk shit unless like somebody was like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like if
Oh,
someone
yeah.
was
Yes.
like rude,
I can only
and
think of
disrespectful.
really one example that
Yeah.
happened, yeah.
where we were like, oh yeah,
Don't
he's
do
a
that.
dick.
Yeah, because it was just like almost to an extreme. Then that might be
Don't
like,
ever feel entitled to my pussy. That's how I feel. Don't. This is not yours.
This has been my problem with some single males and some younger guys who do not have kids or any other responsibilities except themselves. They try and act like they know my schedule or they can control my schedule or, oh, well, you could probably just make time for that, couldn't you? Come on, just a little of that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, have you ever worked 3 jobs and raised 3 children basically by yourself? Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, do not tell me what I have time for.
Yeah,
acting
be
like,
respectful.
yeah,
I think that's them trying to make you feel guilty. I don't think
that's going to make you not get a text back from me.
But, you know, that's also how, like, this is so, like, but younger vanilla women, that's how they kind of get them to do stuff. But they don't realize that, and this sounds terrible, but we have way more options than you do. As a vanilla person, you're so scared of what other people think. Like, lifestyle people definitely have a lot more options.
Yeah.
As far as fucking goes.
Well, and we know where to find what we want.
Exactly. And we know what we want because
And we have a wingman that's always with us.
yeah, exactly.
Or a wing woman.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, my husband's like, babe, look over there. That guy, you'd like that one. Like, he can pick out who I would want.
I love it.
Women and men. Well, women, if he thinks they're hot, I usually do too.
Well, I mean, all 3 of us are big proponents of single men and the lifestyle. And,
Yeah.
you know, I hate they
Get a bad rap.
they don't deserve it.
We like them.
We definitely advocate on this podcast for single males.
Oh, for sure.
Not just
We
just
are not
Dirty Girls
man
Corner,
haters.
but Mr. Mocha,
we like
the
'em.
bull show that he does, and there's a lot of other people that do single male episodes.
Keys and anklets.
Yeah, keys and anklets. The Bulls and Queens.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
the Bulls and
podcast
Queens,
you
yeah.
were on. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's several different podcasts that advocate for that, but I think the stigma on single males is depending on the place that you go. If there's 2 people have a bad experience with one single male, then the whole single male party falls apart, which is super unfair because I can't say we've had more issues as a couple with single females, but there's a lot more drama
Yeah.
with single females.
I just had a thought, and maybe it's the toke of weed that I hit
California
earlier,
sober.
It's going to be a genius thought.
but what if the reason why single dudes are frowned upon is because the husbands don't want
competition.
their wives being fucked by all of these amazing dudes.
That's exactly why, Carrie.
They tamp
a lot
down
of them.
the single dudes. Single females are celebrated because hey,
men think all women are bi.
yeah, that's going to be hot because I get to play with two women. But we can't let these single men encroaching on our
that are gonna
on our pieces
fuck
of
better,
steak.
and their dicks will be bigger, and a lot of men. That's exactly why. Because we had a group chat on Facebook, that private one, and people lost their minds when we thought we were going to have single males go on there.
Yeah,
and it was mostly.
I think it's one of the lifestyle insecurities.
Some insecurities.
Yeah.
I
don't feel like it's fair if single women can come on, then single men should.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Jay? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that's happened to me before. I completely, I relate. I've met up with a few chicks, and they'll then later tell me like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my husband just like feels uncomfortable, like, you know, he doesn't want to see me with somebody younger or blacker."
God bless the men that we are married
He
to.
said blacker.
I mean, I'm like medium colored. Like I'm not like fully light skinned. So like sometimes the dude's super light, or sometimes it's like an older white dude. So shit can get weird.
I've never heard of that, but that's awesome. Like I've never heard of. I don't know. I guess I don't discriminate when it comes to colors.
Remember that one guy I told you this girl was trying to have a gangbang and they turned him away because they told him he was too light?
Oh
That's
my God.
funny. you didn't make the cut, buddy.
Yeah, he's like, man, I'm like, it made me sad. It made me mad for him. I was like,
not funny, but I can imagine.
I was like, well, damn.
Well, you know what? We always say to each their own.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it was for a video, and so they wanted a certain look. You know?
It's like when you line up your bridesmaids, everyone has to be wearing the same thing, and you know, that one shade would throw off the entire video shoot.
I have to say that there. Speaking of like light skin, dark skin, you know, white, black, Hispanic, whatever. I think maybe on our next episode we might touch a little bit on race play, because for some reason that has been blowing up my Twitter inbox, and I've actually had people stop talking to me because my husband is black. I do have a lot of BBC videos on my OnlyFans because my husband just so happens to be a BBC. So, but I keep getting the question more and more, are you into race play? The answer is no to that. But I have had like a few interesting conversations with people about it. And again, that's one of those things, to each their own. But I don't think it's something that would necessarily ever turn me on, unless Mr. Mocha just all of a sudden one day was like, hey, I think we should do this. But I think I would definitely struggle with that one because
I saw a video.
Like some words.
I saw a video, and it was a black guy, and he was sitting, I'm sure he was some television person, but I don't watch enough TV to know who he was. But he was talking, and there was like 4 other black women like in chairs next to him, like, and they were kind of podcasting or whatever. And he was like telling them that he was into race play. And they were like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And he was basically saying he wanted to pretend like he was a slave running away.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you?
I saw that.
And he wanted the white girl to be like, you know, almost like, he told me I couldn't have you, but you know, like almost like she was like
here's the thing.
And he was like, I'm trying to get somebody to do it. And the women, you could tell their eyes were giant. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
And they're like, and you've gotten.
That's making me cringe.
Yeah. He's like,
like
but
deep
they
in
said,
my core.
yeah,
like,
they said, have you gotten, so you get white women to do this? And he's like, no, none of them have ever done it for me. They won't do it. And I was like, oh, goodness gracious.
I don't want to go like too far into that today, but I think it's definitely something we should talk about because
well, I've had a lot of requests for that too.
the more that we have dug further and further into the lifestyle over the past few years and figured out kinks and this, that, and the other, like black, white, or indifferent, you can't be mad at someone else for what they want. Everybody fantasizes. Yep, everyone fantasizes, and
it doesn't have to be your thing.
Yeah, and just because it's not your thing doesn't mean you're mad at that person or you don't talk to them about you shouldn't stop people from talking about what they like or what they want, because we are on here every other week now saying exactly what we like or what we want. And if that offends you, then sorry. You don't have to listen.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Just don't listen.
We try to be politically correct on all of the things that we talk about, I think.
Yeah, we do.
We do get a little wild, but
yes, but we're honest.
Yes.
Yeah, we're honest too.
And
yeah.
everything is from our perspective. It's not from somebody else's perspective. So
that's why I always like to ask, like, what part of the country you're calling from or calling.
Yeah.
Do people still call?
Yeah. Well, spacing from whatever.
Age, or even, I think last podcast I asked someone if they were black.
She definitely did that. And I was like, oh. But I did explain to the guy that his profile picture wasn't clear. It was black and white, and he was really light.
I was trying to point him in the
right direction. You were trying to see what website.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jay?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I'm just listening.
Okay, I thought you were trying to jump in. But yeah, I mean, I think there's certain things you can and can't say, but like I said, I think next week we'll go into further.
I've had a few experiences, so I can talk about those.
Yes,
too.
and I actually had a few experiences as a single female before Mr. Mocha with that, and I didn't know it existed. And then I met Mr. Mocha, and we've been in a few situations, but I have very little knowledge on that, I guess, is what I can say. So anybody that has any questions or wants to spread some light on that, for sure, feel free to jump in.
Let's spread some light.
Yeah.
Let's spread our legs and spread the light.
Our glowing
Carries
pussies.
on that bullshit.
Namaste,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
exactly. Well, Jay, thanks for being on. Do you ladies have anything else you want to talk about?
Let's talk about
my friend coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about single men. Talk about your single lady friend.
Yeah.
So I think we talked a little bit about it last week, but my friend, she's actually living in Canada, but she's from here, and she actually has a podcast, and she's talked about me and Tommy on there before, but we have a different name.
Yeah. Was it Mr. and Mrs.?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, we need something kind of badassy, but like sexy too. And I was like, mate, is there something with guns? Because Tommy,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, so we thought of that. But,
that was one of my podcasts I listened to on the way back from on the way back from Florida.
So she has a podcast, and it's basically random with SJ. And it's on Spotify. She does the YouTube videos too, so they're all recorded, so you can see her. So you can see her beautiful boobies while she talks.
She does have some tickle bitties.
Yeah,
I was saying.
But so she's actually on TikTok and has a lot of followers on there, and so she has talked me into doing TikTok, guys. So
wow!
I have gone through and blocked.
What does she do? What's her podcast about, and what's like? Well, she's not lifestyle, right?
Right. She got a taste of lifestyle with us. And we're going to give her a little bit more taste by taking her out
this weekend. Like, she'll be here tomorrow, right?
Yeah, she's coming tomorrow.
Okay.
And I can't give too many details because she has a lot of dudes that are already trying to like figure out what she's doing and where she's going to be and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we'll kind of have to like...
They're trying to pop up.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, and some are like acting like they know me. And then she's asking, and I'm like, I do not know who that is.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's
lying.
creepy.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't believe anyone. I'll tell you who I know.
Yeah.
But so she's going to be here, and we're taking her to trap, and she does have to come to she has to come to my kids' basketball games. So maybe we can, check out some dads, stuff like that.
Please put it out on Twitter. I love when you do your little...
Well, it's going to be on TikTok too.
All right. Well,
finding some
tit pics
dill
in the bathroom.
Yeah. So, my TikTok is going to be, it's just snsultry.
Nice.
It wasn't taken, and it's my same naughty picture that's on my Instagram.
I love it.
I'll follow you.
But I've had to go through and block my son and all his friends on TikTok and Instagram so they can't look me up.
Oh my God.
If you're not doing it from your regular phone, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's my
all
my
right,
hoe phone.
So your single lady friend's going to be in town. You guys are going to show her a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she'll be talking about it on her podcast. And then we might have her call in or something.
Yeah, maybe we can do a collab with her.
Yeah.
And just do a little trade.
Yeah, she has a co-host, and so they're banter it back and forth, like her southern
really
accent,
funny.
and she's just they just kind of go through like crazy experiences, like if she got
so
ghosted or somebody. She just talks about all that kind of stuff.
He has a very good radio voice.
Yeah, I think he helps with a couple. I think he seems really.
How do you know her?
I grew up with her.
Oh, I love that.
She went to church with me.
Of course she did. God damn it, you guys are going to be bringing out the whole congregation.
Oh, I know.
They're all going to be lifestyle. I love it.
Yeah, so
I love it.
she had a crush on Tommy growing up, and I was friends with her sister. So we just kind of all know
Oh
each
my
other.
God,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Her sister had a crush on Tommy too, so
Everyone has a crush on Tommy.
so
Hello?
when she FaceTimed her sister while we were all together, so she was like, "What are you guys
my
all
God,
doing together?"
that's
And she was
awesome.
like, "Oh, I just won, motherfucker, bitch. What now? I just got." But yeah,
Now that Tommy has like 14 names, aka Mr. Smith, aka
A
White
bearded
Chocolate,
gun, white
bearded gun,
chocolate.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need you to
Big
start
Tom.
an OnlyFans. OnlyFans.
Yep, I'm gonna make him start chopping wood. So I'm
Yes.
just gonna like perv on him while he's like building stuff and like put
Yes.
videos on there.
Yeah.
Right? I
Just
love
don't put his
that
face
shit.
in it.
Oh,
Be
he
cute
wouldn't
as
even
fuck.
care. Oh, he accidentally put a dick pic on Twitter.
How do you accidentally do that?
It was for my birthday. He didn't realize that his dick because when I posted it, I didn't know if he wanted me to put his dick on Twitter. Now everyone's gonna go look at your dick, babe.
Facts.
But so when I posted it, I cropped it because I hadn't asked him, "Hey, babe, are you okay
You
with
want
me
your
putting
dick
your
on
junk on Twitter?"
Social media.
Yeah, so I cropped it. Well, when he posted it,
He posted
didn't
it,
realize
yeah.
it wasn't cropped or he didn't pay any attention, because he just was like, "Oh yeah, there's a picture of us. Ding, ding, ding. All right, those are good." And I'm like, "Your dick's out in that picture." He's like, "Wait, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah.
You got a good dick."
Yeah,
You got dick up there, man.
Tommy's got a
Although
great
he's so
dick.
tall, it probably takes some of the size. So the picture's way up here. It's probably a little better.
He's got a great cock and he knows how to use the cock.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he has the seal approval of some size queens, and that usually don't have white chocolate. So
Yeah.
there you go, babe.
Yep.
Well, I told the Bulls and Queen guy I had women trying to get him at Splash. I'm
I
like,
know.
Tommy, next time you better come prepared because these ladies gonna get you.
Here's the thing, like, I think it doesn't matter who you play with as long as you're.
It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, it is Splash Mocha, but if
No,
you're there, then
if you're
fucking do
there
it.
and you
Yeah.
want to, like, let's go. Well, he
Exactly.
said there was one time where when you were like riding him during the orgy, he said, I looked up and some of those dudes were like, what's this white dude over here getting fucked for? Like, hey man, what's this?
Fuck you. This is my room and my orgy, sir.
Well,
I'm fucking whoever
it
I
might have
want.
been the other husband's like, hey, what's that? Why is that husband getting fucked? One or the other. I can't remember. Or maybe it was both.
I mean, I know I didn't fuck him very long, but
Hey, I appreciate
no,
it.
I owe him I probably owe him like
you
50
do.
or 60
Well-
more pumps.
he would be fine to deliver those. I have no doubt.
Oh, wait, Mr. Mocha's trying to jump on.
Listen, Mocha, what you want, boy?
Hello,
Come put your head in my boobies.
Xavier.
They're sticking out so nice in this
Did you have a
dress.
question for us, or were you just jumping on?
No, I'm gonna talk about Tommy because first of all, Tommy always gets the pussy. I don't care what he is or what kind of party it is. Tommy is always gonna get pussy. As a matter of fact, when we were in Florida, there was a message and from Sapphire who said, "Let Tommy know when I come back. I'm getting that again."
Yep.
Tommy is just a fucking pimp. I don't remember who I was fucking in the room, and he walks in and he looked at it. He was like, "Oh yeah, when I come back, I'm getting some." And he walked right back in, and sure enough, he got some.
Yep.
Listen, I'm still laughing so hard about when we walked upstairs at the house party and he's got his leg on the bed. And I'm like, is this dude upstairs fucking Captain Morgan in it? Like, what's he doing? And I realized later, like, I thought he was just trying to be sexy. And I was like, well, that is kind of fucking hot. But then realized, later that he was holding the bed for somebody, so the bed didn't move across the room.
Oh man.
Well, that's what's so sexy about him. He's a good Southern gentleman, but he's got that. You can just see it in his eyes when he looks at you like you're a piece of steak.
Like your steak, yeah.
Well, sometimes you gotta have some steak. If you're, any single guys out there, if you're looking at me like I'm a hot dog, like, yeah, maybe I can't do that. I
want that mouth watering.
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit. Just imagining what you gonna do.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't need you to text me either and ask me, like, what do you want to do with me? Like, let's talk about that when you get here.
Like, let me just show you.
Yeah, exactly. I always say when I get texts like that, it's probably better if I just show you what I can do versus like us just keep talking about it.
Absolutely. I'm not big on the sexting and communicating. Like, let's just come over and fuck me.
Yeah.
Legit.
Well, I have to do it so much with OnlyFans now that I feel like regular sexting. I'm like, can we skip this part? Can I send you a picture? Isn't that easier? Like, let me just send you a naked picture and then come over here and let me put your dick in my mouth.
Do you do any like video chatting with people or like
cam
FaceTime
calls.
And stuff?
Yeah, I do cam calls.
Oh, I
think I told you they can.
It would throw me off guard. I'd be like, I don't have time to do my hair and makeup. I'm sorry.
Girl, there are some of them. I have one guy who just wants me to watch, and I will literally be right. He's in a different country, so it's like, I'll have just woke up, have no makeup on, my hair is crazy, and I'll tell him, I'm like, I don't have any makeup on, but if you want me to watch, I can. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care about that. He has seen me in the tub. I think I've done it in the shower, in my car.
I couldn't.
In my bed. Like, he just wants me to watch. But yeah, some of them I've done without makeup on because I'm like.
Just watched him like jack off?
Yeah, one of them just likes me to watch. And like, I just talk some shit sometimes. Or, tell him where to come and stuff.
Right.
I love it.
But like some of them, I've done cam calls where I didn't even have makeup on, and I was we need
like a girls' weekend just so we can sit around and have these stories because we don't get enough time to hear about this shit.
I know we do. I want to do a beach trip.
I do too.
A nude one.
Are you in, Mrs.
Do we need
Mocha?
to go to a nude beach for you, Carrie?
Yeah.
I don't care where we go.
At our place, we could just sunbathe.
Can we just have like one day of like chilling and then one day of fucking and then one day of chilling?
I was legit like
she said girls, just us.
Girls.
I mean, I'm sure we'll find some dicks.
We can go find one, yeah, but we don't have to, we won't have the day stacked. I want to sit on the beach.
People need to give me some weekends and I will Airbnb it up.
Okay. I'm down for this.
I need some girl time.
I think we should invite someone else.
Okay, you can tell us later. We might approve.
Another lady?
She's a blonde, crazy bitch.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about. Yeah.
I don't think I know this person, right? I haven't met them.
You haven't met them, but
I know who you're talking about, but no, I haven't met them.
Yep.
She's like the
princess of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like the epitome of a princess, but
she's what I strive to become.
But she's funny as fuck. And you'll be fine.
Okay.
But, trust me.
Will she like me?
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
mm-hmm.
she's
gonna like you, and then she's gonna fuck you, and then she's gonna play with you, and then it's just gonna be.
She's like the queen of bi.
You guys can take care of each other, and Mrs. Mocha and I will
watch.
Yeah,
we'll film for you or something.
Yeah, we'll be directors.
Okay,
we'll be directors.
This just got even more interesting.
I like it.
But can we also go to like a bar or club and like try and find? We're gonna go find a guy.
You're gonna get us kicked out, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah,
okay,
don't get us kicked out.
Okay,
I don't like being the voice of reason, but God damn it, I will.
Just like the night that we blacked out during the podcast.
God.
Poor Gary.
Hey, I was okay that night.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
neither was Bambi.
That was you and Bambi. Me and Carrie held it down.
Yeah,
I tucked you in and everything.
Was that night?
Yeah, that was that night.
I woke up the next day and
then I had to take
Carrie.
Bambi's shoes off of her and everything. She fucked with her tennis shoes on.
You were like, I feel like we were really mean to you.
I don't know what happened.
I was like,
So-
you guys were drunk. You weren't mean.
I felt really bad though.
Yeah, she texts me, did I say anything bad? I feel like maybe I did.
Listen,
No.
I could tell by the
I
time
was
of
just
we
annoyed.
won't get
I was like,
crazy.
These are
I'm
drunk
just
people,
I'm
and
just
I'm leaving.
showing I'm not always the one that's.
I legit left you here with a single male. I was like, take good care of them. Bye.
yeah, I knew that Carrie was irritated
Carrie's
that
like,
day, which
"Love
was
you."
it was
But I'm
fine.
not staying here.
Exactly.
It's tough being the sober person around really, really, really drunk people.
No, that was like an understatement.
That was me and Tommy for a very long time.
Yeah, I can be the sober person
I was the
around
DD
people
all
that
the
have
time.
been drinking. I don't want to be the sober person around really, really, really drunk,
Yeah.
like blackout drunk people.
Yeah.
That's happened a few times. Only that one time in particular, though, that stands out. That was like when, and she wasn't, because Carrie's not mean, but like the next day when I text her about it, I could tell like she was just annoyed. Like she wasn't mad. She was just like, no, you guys were just really drunk, so I needed to go. I'm like, oh, thank God. She'll still be my friend tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyways.
We've all been there. We've all
Yep.
had those kind of nights. The J guy, I think I may have chatted with in DMs on Twitter. I think I could be wrong, but
I have.
Yeah. I think he may have reached out to all of
He
us.
keeps trying to arrange a gangbang for me.
Damn.
Yeah, but I can't see any of the guys. I need to see them. I told him.
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm not showing up to a crazy surprise.
This is the guy we just talked to. Oh, okay.
Oh, Jay, trying to
He's-
hoe everybody out.
He's gonna arrange it locally for you.
I don't know. Probably not, because all his friends.
Or in Texas, yeah.
What'd you say?
You just gotta let me
happens
see
in Texas?
somebody.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
No, you said something else.
The big thing slang.
Oh,
Yeah.
the big thing slang.
Yes, I love it. I love
Yep.
it.
Big thing slanging.
Vince Howard, Friday Night Lights. Look, check it out. Hot HOT. Vince Howard. You know who Vince Howard is?
No.
No.
Oh, what's that actor? The Michael B. Jordan.
Oh,
that
yeah.
actor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights is kind of where he got his start.
Oh,
he played
okay.
a quarterback.
I gotcha. I
Sexy.
gotcha.
Sexy.
Listen, I still have to say to this day, speaking of Michael B. Jordan, I like all like Marvel and DC and like all that
Yes,
other
I do
stuff.
too.
But when I came out of the movie Black
Nerd.
Panther,
Oh, goodness.
I told Mr. Mocha, we walked out the movie theater, I was like, why does it feel like I just got gangbanged in a movie? The mountain guys,
Oh, yeah.
the very like big, like burly, like, and they were like making all the noise, and I was like, okay, be careful.
I wonder if that's why that movie was so popular. It struck a chord with the lady.
I don't know,
my
but-
kids loved it. They memorized when the motions, like certain motions would happen, and they were like little, standing up in the bed, like doing
Yeah.
chest pump thingies.
Wow.
And they loved
Yeah.
that
I've
one.
never
well, and
seen
it has
it.
like the rhino.
I don't
that
do
big,
superhero movies. I've
You
never
would
seen
want to
it.
watch that. Only
yeah, it's
because
got
of the
some-
stature of males that are in it. And then they have like the accents too. So like
Oh,
that made
yes.
it like even better. I mean, like I said, my favorite guys were like the mountain guys, but all of them were very like,
My
Yeah.
pussy's starting to tingle just from you describing it.
I'm telling you, it's like the only
We'll watch it on our girls' trip.
we can.
And then we'll invite some men over. We'll get on SDC,
listen.
and I'll pick some gentlemen
how
out.
freaking fun would that be? For real, a girls' beach weekend,
Dirty
and then
Girls
we go
Corner goes to the
find
beach.
us. What if we're like having an orgy at the beach on
We
our
should
girls'
definitely-
weekend? Like that is
If we do that, we
Top
should definitely
tier vacation.
definitely
Tier vacation.
YouTube some of that.
Can we bring the
should definitely
podcasting equipment?
yeah.
Can
YouTube
we
some?
get fucked and podcast at the same time?
If we go, we have to drive.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
We can take turns.
Oh,
I
to
can-
take the podcasting equipment?
No, I mean
I got
bougie
we can go
over
in the
here. You can
van.
sleep in the back seat.
We can go in the
We'll give you a
the
pillow and
Milfmobile.
stuff.
Well, it had to be more than it had to be like leave on a Thursday, come home on a Sunday kind of thing. Then.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect any less.
I can make a
Alright.
little
I would
bed
go
in the
Wednesday to
Milfmobile.
Sunday.
All
yeah.
right. All right. You guys
Yeah.
need to nail down some dates. Tommy,
Okay.
Tommy, check your calendar,
He's off.
please.
He's
He said he
God
was
damn
drifting.
it, Tommy.
Yeah.
I know. I think he listened long enough to everyone tell him how awesome he is, and then he went to bed. Oh,
Is that the wrong music?
that's the
the outro.
Oh.
Are we
Are we
done?
done?
Nope.
Miss Mocha.
I'm not good with this. It's going off. It'll go off.
Oh, I think we are done.
Are we?
Do we need to wrap it up? Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. How long have we been on?
Almost an hour 30.
Well, thank you, Jay, for jumping on.
Yeah,
with
very
your
nice to chat with you.
opinion.
Yes, thank you for your questions.
And
too.
thanks for everybody else listening in. And
Okay, we can press it again if we need to. I did
Thank
like
you.
hearing, I've realized I do like to hear someone's voice because it makes me feel like I kind of know them better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just, you're not my imagination.
You're liking
anymore.
Jay better now. I can see it in your face.
Maybe.
He's growing on you.
He's growing on
I
me.
agree. I try to like.
Yeah, I just want to say thank y'all for having me on. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak anybody out there.
No.
That's all right. I'm just talking about you.
Yeah,
That's fine.
she was touching her pussy.
And separately, I did hit all y'all up. I have a crush on all y'all. I think you're all beautiful women. My
Thank you.
boys are chicken shits, and I sent you pics. They did not want to send me pics. They were like all tripping out.
Yeah, I know.
Because they probably
Well-
think we're like fake Twitter people. I mean, there are a lot of fake Twitter people
I'm just
out
saying,
there. But
if you want it, I might be down, but if they want it, they gotta let me see their face.
But does
Yeah.
it come to you or do you bring them to us?
So we did a trip, and we were in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I think when we were talking.
Yeah.
well, that's bullshit that you're back in Texas now. Just saying.
Oh no, me and one of my close friends are going back to Atlanta because we always. I mean, this is getting all weird, but we've never seen so many black people.
I'm dead as fuck.
So you feel you like being here.
So we're going back just for the Black Panther experience.
Oh, my God. I love it.
That's funny.
I love
Well,
it.
let us know when you're back in town. Maybe we can coordinate
Yeah.
the three of us with some guys.
For sure.
I'm looking at Carrie and Megan to make
She's
sure
checking,
that's okay.
but
Yeah.
she didn't say so.
Gangbangs. Hello.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yes,
And
yes, please sign me up. Check,
yeah.
check,
But
check,
talk to
check,
your friends
check.
about the young man hygiene. So
Yeah.
break that
Wash your-
stigma. Break that stigma.
We're all clean. We're all educated. You know what I'm saying? So it's all It's a few dudes have locks, but they keep their locks clean.
Oh
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
we like that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We like those.
oh, I love locks.
You love locks.
Yes.
Logs, dreads. Yes.
You guys are molesting this young man over there.
Yeah.
I know.
Over the
Yeah.
airwaves.
Yeah. As long as there's.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'm saying, no, I mean, we've been watching y'all since, into graduate school. So, I mean, it's a fantasy for sure.
Okay. Well, come
Now
to
that
Atlanta.
Mrs. Mocha's pussy's dripping.
I know.
I mean, Black Panther to this.
I know.
to like,
God damn.
I mean,
We didn't have any porn on tonight. That's what's wrong. We had to create our own porn.
we
Yes,
did.
that is
We're
it.
all fantasizing
Guys, do
in
you
our head.
realize we almost every time we hit on and molest one of our guests? Last time me and Carrie were like, "Oh my gosh, your voice," to that one dude, and
Well, we're sluts. Hello.
Yeah,
your
exactly.
call. I mean, what do you expect? Yeah.
That's what sluts do.
Yep. Yep.
We're just waiting.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
we have these big black things right by our mouth, and I can't put it in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
These big black microphones resemble.
Mr. Mocha used to bring his friends over during the episode, and they would kind of like hit us around a little bit, but he's slacking in his job.
Yeah.
He's lacking on his duties.
Yeah.
But yeah, for real, hit us up. We can, as long as we have.
Let's give out, I know we're on Twitter right now, but let's give out our handles for
Yes.
the actual recording
Okay.
that gets released a week or so from now.
Yes.
No,
No, not yet.
no,
We're not
okay.
that fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
We always run out. We already hit it once, anyways.
Yeah. I am Carrie Corrupted on Twitter, Instagram, and OnlyFans. Carrie is CARRIE. Sorry, I lost my voice.
I was like, what just happened? Are you okay?
All right. See, the music would have been done already.
CARRIE. Sorry.
Yes.
And then sorry, my headphones were doing a weird thing. I will be on TikTok. Come follow me. And don't let your kids find me. But mine on TikTok is snsultry. And then my Twitter is snsultry13. Mini vids and OnlyFans snsultry. And then I don't really care about my Instagram, but if you want to look, it's on the links.
I do have to give myself a little shout out.
Yeah, there you go, baby. And finish it up with the star, Mrs. Mocha.
So I do have a bunch of stuff that's about to drop on my OnlyFans.
Yes. After your content
now is the time to subscribe.
Yeah, I have.
What's your OnlyFans?
At Mrs. Mocha's with an S.
Mrs. Mocha's.
Mini vids is Scarlet Apple. And my Twitter is at PoisonGinger691. Don't ask why. There were two, like, you couldn't just have one number behind it. Yeah. So I had to like make up a bunch of numbers. It was like suggested numbers. So that's what I came up with. But eventually all my stuff is going to be Poison Ginger.
I like it.
I do like that name.
I like it.
It fits you. It suits you well.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I went through several names. And I love fucking Carrie.
That's what Steve calls you.
Oh my God.
Corvette. You're the red Corvette, little red Corvette.
Yeah, so I had to stick with I decided to stick with Poison Ginger. It was just more appropriate than Scarlet.
Yeah,
I really feel like a Scarlet.
I like it because Poison, because it's like you're kind of sassy and feisty, and you can have a little.
I think of like
smart
Poison
mouth.
Ivy too, and
it's like seductive in a kind of.
I think Mr. Mocha actually came up with that name like a while back.
Good job, Mr. Mocha.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. But so you have some good content coming.
Yep. And so everybody look out for it.
I'll be retweeting
more
it and everything.
And also, let's not forget about Megan.
What?
Okay. Megan, literally, we have to say this because she's really good about promoting people.
I share the love.
Motherfucker tweets so much. Not even bad stuff. She tweets all the good stuff. And is just such a good support for Dirty Girls Corner,
guys.
And even other podcasts. Like she just
I try and hype people up.
So let's all help Megan out also on her OnlyFans and her mini vids. Okay,
yes.
If you're messaging her saying crazy shit, don't do that
unless you want to send me a tip, baby.
Exactly. Send her a damn tip. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. She's killing it with the content right now, and she needs to be, show her the love because her shit is hot. HOT. I send her 3 flame emojis all the time, and that's really. If you know Carrie, that's really the best you're gonna get. Like if I'm sending you 3 flame emojis, that shit's hot.
Yes,
thanks, babes.
And she really does she puts a lot of content out there and a lot of effort into her content. So don't be hitting
She's thinking about you guys when she's creating this. Like she's really creating stuff for her fans. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
show her the love, please.
Guys,
for your custom videos at snsultry. Not at Mrs. Mocha's yet because I'm not good at customs yet. I've got a few scenes under my belt, but
she's gonna have some hot stuff from that weekend.
Yes,
so.
I will. Okay. And porno pups invading.
Sorry.
Stop. Okay,
Let's turn the music on. All right. Thanks, guys, for listening. You guys are awesome.
Thank you again, Jay, for jumping on, and everybody else that came on to listen. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Goodbye from the Mochas.
And the Dirty Girls Corner.
Well, it is the Mochas, but it's really Dirty Girls Corner.
Goodbye from the Mochas home.